This individual showed up to impede a law enforcement operation and assaulted our officers. They responded according to their training and took action to defend the officer's life and those of the public around him. And I don't know of any peaceful protester that shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign. This is a violent riot when you have someone showing up with weapons and are using them to assault law enforcement officers.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem is lying again, and thus,
you can't just walk around with a gun unless you're going to a school. Everybody knows that. It's the law in the Bible. Okay, if you have a weapon, like a phone, or a potato, or a pool noodle, that's a violent riot. Okay, the Second Amendment says we can have guns, right? But you don't have guns rights, right? Look, this is just like when I did my very successful meth campaign. I said, meth, we're on it, okay? We're committed to this too. We say murder, we commit, okay? We're out there executing our mission. Okay, if you have a gun out or concealed, or you saw it in a movie once, we will run at you the fastest we can. Okay, our officers will respond according to their training, which is 6 to 8 minutes of writing down their name and favorite color. Look, the bottom line is we make the rules as we go, and you have to guess what they are, okay? And if you're wrong, it will end badly for you.
TikTokers like Julie Burke are seeing it for what it is.
And elections is another one of those critical infrastructure responsibilities that I have as well. And I would say that many people believe that it may be one of the most important things that we need to make sure we trust is reliable, and that when it gets to election day that we've been proactive to make sure that we have the right people voting, electing the right leaders to lead this country through the days that we have, knowing that people can trust it.
This is just insane to say. Therefore,
hello, I'm Homeland Security slut Kristi Noem, here to give you Marxist liberals clear guidelines on what now constitutes domestic terrorism, punishable by lethal force, so that you don't end up like a piece of Swiss cheese. Chanting at our agents things like ice, ice, baby will not be tolerated, or will referring to me as a Skeletor puppy killing. You cannot film our agents slipping in the ice and play Alanis Morissette's Ironic. Don't you dare think of shouting Chinga la Migra to alert illegal aliens that our masks are coming. Being a person with disabilities trying to get to a doctor appointment will result in being dragged from your car. Being an awkward teenager working at Target will result in you being hogtied and dumped in a parking lot 10 minutes away. Gooning to photos of me doing CrossFit will result in an immediate detention in Alligator Alcatraz.
Satirists like Janine Pirro Comedy cannot help themselves.
And when you break the law, there's consequences for it, but then you say, but anybody from any other country, you get to wave that away. That's absolutely insanity. No country does that. There's nobody that actually defends that except for the fake news and a bunch of liberals who actually are turning out to be communists and Marxists. They're not just liberals anymore. If you look at the Democrat Party, they're a party of communists and Marxists and socialists. So I would completely say nobody defends that. No American that I've talked to on the streets across this country will defend allowing illegal aliens to be treated better than American citizens. That's not what our founders intended. They came here to be free and to have liberty and fought for this country. And they fought the biggest military giant in the world that existed with their own personal handguns and muskets that they used to feed their families to give us this country. You think we're just going to let it go away? Absolutely not. I've got kids and grandkids that I'm going to fight every day for to make sure that they get the same chance to grow up with the opportunities that I had the chance to grow up with.
I don't even think she knows the definitions of some of those big words, but go off, Queen.
Tony, thank you so much for having me back. I'm here to present you with the limited edition Trump broom as a gift from our Commander-in-Chief, our President, our deal maker, our savior, and the one who is praying the hardest for you in this terrible, terrible time. But it is, you will be getting a $10.99 at the end of the year for this because it is signed. So it is a limited edition collectible. So you can use it for cleanup, but it's not recommended. Hang on a second. Okay, Lupita, can you take this? I actually don't know why we went with a dry broom. It's very wet out here. But okay. We're here also to dispel any and all fake news that's going around, namely the idiot judge in California saying that Homeland Security is targeting people based on race instead of hard, cold facts, and building a case against all of these people like we have been. Point of the fact is that if you're in a Home Depot parking lot, that is suspicious, okay? If you should be inside and back into your car and leave. If you're in a parking lot and you're asking people for work, what are you going to do? Put their IKEA furniture together and then take their life. That's exactly what Joe Biden wants, and that's the America that he wanted. But no, we overwhelmingly voted to not have that, okay? And if we are being honest, the 72-hour rumor that I didn't act fast enough is insulting.
Lysandra Vasquez, known for her Caroline Levitt impressions, nails this one too.
I remember a time when Republicans were very careful about and worried about the government, particularly unelected people.
We can't trust our government anymore.
Having access to personal data.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You are the government.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Incredible. Just a remarkable moment here on CNN.
Hey, I'm Kristi Noem, Secretary of Homeland Security and a dog's worst nightmare. We are entering day 20 of the shutdown, all because Democrats in Congress care more about health care than they do about terrorizing immigrants. But don't worry, we're still out on these streets, breaking up families and kidnapping people without any due process. There is a silver lining to this shutdown. We are now able to get rid of the most evil people in government, special education teachers. Us Republicans, we care about saving money, which is why we're spending $250 million on a golden ballroom, while soldiers won't get checks. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, I'm running late to kill a Labradoodle.
The fact we had to see her face in airports was beyond nuts.
How many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans. Sir, I believe that people that are in this United States that are citizens have legal status here.
Madam Secretary, we are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Sejun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. Like many veterans, he struggled with PTSD and substance abuse after his service. He was arrested in the 1990s for some minor drug offenses, nothing serious. He never hurt anyone besides himself, and he's been clean and sober for 14 years. He is a combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient. He has sacrificed more for this country than most people ever have. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows our laws.
Can you please tell
and knows
Mr.
that our
Park
laws
why
are
you
important
deported
and
him?
every one of them needs to be enforced.
But you understand that many veterans struggle with PTSD, many veterans struggle with substance abuse challenges. This man took 2 bullets for our country. The man behind you, please stand up, sir. His name is Jim Brown from Troy, Missouri. He is a Navy combat veteran who served our country in the Gulf War. He's married to a woman named Donna, who came to our country legally from Ireland when she was 11 years old. She has lived here for 48 years. Because of you, Jim's wife Donna has been in prison for the last 4 months. She did not come here illegally, and she has never committed any crime other than writing 2 bad checks totaling $80 10 years ago. She is currently in prison and facing deportation. Ms. Noem, will you thank Mr. Brown for his service to our country?
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for your service to our country.
Now, what possible explanation can there be for locking up his wife for 4 months when she has committed no crime other than writing a couple of bad checks for $80?
Sir, it is not my prerogative, my latitude, or my job to pick and choose which laws in this country get enforced.
You have
and
broad
which ones
discretion
don't.
as the secretary.
You can
issue
the law
parole, you
and
can do all
enforce
kinds of
the
things,
laws.
but you're choosing not to.
It's no wonder so many dissenters feel this way about Kristi Noem.
Hi, welcome to hell. There must be some mistake. I'm supposed to go to heaven. Can I see your papers? My papers? Your papers proving that you're a citizen of heaven? Oh, right. You weren't born there, so you don't belong there. Wait, but I did good things. Wait, here are your options. Option A, straight to hell. Option B, detainment, then hell. Option C, detainment, watch the Adrian Brody Oscar acceptance speech, then hell. Not C. Not C? Okay, I'll write down Kristi Noem, not C. Can I speak to the manager? Also, your name is spelled stupid. God told me to tell you that she finds it embarrassing. Now, normally in hell, we only show one movie and it's just the end of Old Yeller, but you would like that too much. So instead, we're gonna show you Just from Justin to Kelly. The American Idol movie? No, this is a trans-positive movie about gender-affirming care and legal name changes from Justin to Kelly. Now, you'll be rooming with Colton Underwood and Michael Rappaport. I know you use government funds to install a sauna in your house, so we're gonna make it very, very hot in your room. If that's a problem, you could always just use ice. I hope it proves as effective as it did for you down on Earth. Welcome to hell.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.